Hey, what's going on, good people? This is Rob Pasker. We are on the cusp here at Indiana Avenue Missionary Baptist Church with Reverend William C. Foster Sr., Senior Pastor. We're here today, Senior Expo, a lot of resources for the people. Reverend, what's going on? Tell the people what's going on here.
Basically, this is, we call it Senior Resource Day, where we are intentionally trying to connect our senior members to various resources that minister to their needs. I have an amazing team that set up everything, and so everything you see, I cannot take credit for.
100%. What brought about this initiative from the church?
I believe that needs birth ministry, and in order for the church to be relevant in the everyday lives of the people, we have to minister to the needs of now. And today was strictly intended to, one, minister from the place of our theme for 2025, which is Back to the Basics. Basics is an acronym for Bible study, accountability, stewardship, intercession, community, and spirit-led. And this speaks to the community piece of our church theme, where we are intentionally trying to minister to the needs of not just our members, but the community at large.
Absolutely, and this is powerful. A great turnout.
Yeah,
great turnout
wonderful
today.
turnout.
I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Very impressed by the hospitality of you and your members of your church.
Man, wonderful people here at Indiana. We've been called to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And if we're not showing love, then we're not doing what we've been called to do as believers.
Absolutely. Speaking of just the greater community outside of these church walls, what does it mean to you to be here in this Junction neighborhood?
Man, me not being from Toledo and following in the footsteps of my predecessor, who was a giant, and Dr. Johnny Roberts, who we are honoring him and his wife tomorrow during we're having 2 services tomorrow. Wow. It's taken me a while to really fully understand the weight of what God has blessed me with and what God has called me to. And so as I familiarize myself with the history of Toledo, the history of this church, I carry the burden of making sure that we are ministering to the community. And that takes being in tune with what's going on in the community, being in tune with what the needs are. And I make every effort, every intention to make sure that we don't have events just to have them,
yes,
but we are intentional about, with the events that we do have, making sure that they are connecting the people to resources that they could benefit from right now.
Absolutely. Well, you're doing that.
Man,
I thank you. I appreciate the work being done here, because it's necessary,
Yeah.
especially when we're talking about the seniors.
Yes.
They're aging out.
Yes.
Resources are being slim.
Yes.
So just plugging them into these outlets and resources that can help them age gracefully.
Yes.
That's key.
And it's an interesting season of life for them, because children are older, grandchildren are older, and they're trying to figure out where do they fit in everyday life. In the church, our church has changed a lot in the last 2 years from an age demographic, and they're at a place in life where they're trying to figure out, where do I fit in?
Yes.
And for me as pastor, I want to make sure that they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel loved, and that they're aware of whatever resources they need. We're connecting them to those resources so that they can get whatever help they stand in need of.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I won't take too much of your time, because the people are waiting. Yeah. But is there anything else that the people watching need to know about Indiana Avenue Missionary Baptist Church?
We are a church that's going back to the basics, as I mentioned before, revisiting the fundamentals of our faith. But we are also merging the generations, where I'm of the belief that when God looks at his church, he wants to see a multi-generational church. And so that everything that we do is tied to going back to the basics and merging the generations. Our worship services are every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. and we have Christian education opportunities on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Our Saturday classes via Zoom only. Yes, come visit us if you have an opportunity.
You heard it here. Yes. Thank you.
All right, no problem, man.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
Yep.